Welcome back at 7:47. Well, we've been talking about bullying in school and specifically two cases involving the Yucaipa-Calimesa School District. Joining us now, attorney Brian Claypool and two of the parents that you saw featured in Leah Uko's report, Tabitha Alonso, whose son says he's been repeatedly bullied, and Fred Avila, whose daughter, Rosalie Avila, took her own life after being bullied. Welcome back. And Fred, I talked to you before, not too long ago, and I know your family is still suffering the effects of what happened to your daughter. And again, we want to say we're so sorry that happened, but you obviously don't feel like you've gotten any satisfaction yet.
No, I don't. I know that right now, every time I try to address anything, you know, I'm just coming to empty wall. You know, I'm not satisfied. My daughter's gone. You know, every day is just a hard, horrible day. She's not here. She was a morning person like me, and every morning I wake up by myself before I wake up the rest of the family, and she's gone. You know, so I'm definitely not satisfied.
And I'm sitting here, I'm watching you. We haven't even gotten into the story yet, and you're practically in tears. This is obviously something that strikes very close to your heart because you still seem to be going through it.
It's very heart-wrenching to see your own son go through something like this. As parents, we send our kids to school, and we expect them to keep them safe on campus, and it's not being taken care of. I get calls and texts from my son crying. I want to come home. He doesn't feel safe. Everywhere that bully is at, he just wants to run away. Is
it, in this instance, and I know there's been a restraining order involved here, is it just the one instance, or was he bullied by more than one person? There's multiple bullies. This one pretty much is what pushed us over the top and said we can't do it no more. The school's doing nothing. Let's follow the law and get the restraining order. We pressed charges, we filed the police report, we did everything we were supposed to, filed the complaint, and nothing's being done. And your son has a speech impediment? He has IEP services through the school district. He has a hard time expressing and articulating how he feels, so it's even more worse for him because he's really closed up. We didn't even know he was going through this until maybe a year and a half ago. And I think he thinks it's normal, but it's not normal for someone to pick on you every day. Now, did you guys even know each other before? No, and I'm so sorry this has happened to him. And so you now feel a connection? Absolutely. You know, I feel the same way. Like her, we go to the schools, they don't do nothing about it. You know, they put it under the rug. You know, they act like, oh, your son or your daughter must have done something to deserve the bullying. They must have done something. No, these are mean kids we're dealing with. Kids that the schools protect more than they protect the kids that are there. Brian, this is obviously a national epidemic. I think intensified by the fact that you have social media. So now, not only is the bullying personal, you know, the kind of bullying that's done now goes all around the world. Yeah. And I think it makes kids who are bullied feel even worse about their prospects for being able to escape this.
Yeah, good point. I mean, school safety is a top priority in our country right now. You guys just covered the terrible and tragic shooting in Parkland, Florida. Just like bullets can kill kids, bullying can kill kids. So why hasn't the school district addressed this in your mind? Well, because it's bad publicity for a school district. Remember, school districts are big business. They don't want to have their image tarnished because it affects then funding to the school. It affects parents wanting to send kids to their school. So it's much like child abuse cases. It's the code of secrecy where they don't want anybody to know about it. They push it under the carpet. And of course, Tabitha, you know there's another side to this story. And Adrian Duran, the boy, I should say, accused of actually bullying your son, has his side of the story. And we're going to play that for you right now. You've probably already heard it, but let's listen again.
They think since I'm the bigger kid, that I'm the one who probably bullied him. And since he's a smaller kid, he can't be a bully, but it doesn't matter like what size, you can still be a bully even if you're big or small.
Okay, obviously, you believe your son. We know that his parents believe their son. But really the issue is, why isn't the school district doing anything about what's going on here? Is that not
your biggest concern, or one of them?
As a victim of being bullied, and also as the bully, I think, first of all, as a bully, if they're a bully, there's got to be some issues going on behind the door. So the parents need to address that. But then while on school grounds, the school needs to take care of it as well. There's no education on it at all. There's no assemblies on it until something tragic happens. Rosalie took her life, and we just had our first bullying assembly 2 weeks ago at our school.
And
why so long?
And we do want to point out that we did ask the school district for comment. There's been no comment. Do you think that's just for legal reasons?
Yeah, that's probably true, Tony. But one more last point I want to make is, make no mistake about it, school districts have a legal duty to safeguard kids at school. It's a Latin term called in loco parentis. What that means is in the care of a parent, or in place of a parent. Schools take the place of a parent when kids go there. So if they've got bad kids on campus, they've got to remove those kids and safeguard kids who are behaving.
All right. I want to thank all three of you for coming in. Very courageous. Again, I'm so sorry for your loss. But
thank you.
If it's any consolation at all, we will keep following this story.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
All right. We'll be right back.